Welcome to this week's edition of UTA Spotlight. I'm Najvi Syed Mortaza, UTA News. Being born with a congenital defect doesn't stop the team captain of the UTA men's moving maps basketball team. Here's Carla Aguilar with a story.
If you're thinking about making an excuse for not doing something today, I challenge you to get to know Fabian Romo's story.
Think of it like a normal hospital chair.
I was born with a congenital defect, and pretty much I was born without my femur bone in my left leg. When I was around 4 years old, my parents decided it'd be best for me to have my leg amputated because my leg wasn't gonna grow anymore.
Proximal femoral focal deficiency is a rare birth defect that affects the pelvis and the hip bone. But Fabian didn't let that stop him from accomplishing his dreams. He is now the captain for UTA Moving Maps basketball team.
Just all those years of high school playing with the support of my parents, it gave me a scholarship to come here.
I am proud to see him doing well. When he was born, I didn't know what was going to happen to him. It has been a blessing to have found this sport, the university, and the opportunities that it brings.
I always say my disability is a blessing. It's my greatest gift.
Basketball is actually what brought us here together, and in a way I believe basketball can also be a religion and culture itself. Winning the first national championship in about 10, 11 years that we broke the drought, and it was his second year and it was my first year, so that's something pretty special to me. And as I look back, that was a really big moment for our whole team and this program.
Despite all that, I always try my best to stay positive, even though I was going through some hardships. Loving myself and loving the type of person I was born to be.
Carla Aguilar, UTA News.
When you think of a workout, rock climbing is not your first thought. This UTA student finds different walls to climb across DFW. Mason Brighton has the story.
And as soon as I got into it, it was like jumping off the deep end.
For some of us, going to the gym can be quite the chore.
I hated working out in any form.
For Savannah Almond, rock climbing was her key to living a happier, healthier life.
I feel more like myself than I ever have.
Savannah started climbing a little over a year ago at the climbing wall inside the mat. She told me how climbing is more than just a physical exercise.
You have to challenge yourself to actually solve a problem or a puzzle, and you have to be willing to overcome your fears.
Savannah explains how rock climbing has changed her life for the better.
Being a rock climber has really helped me see bigger picture ideas and be able to break them down more effectively. That's something I've really struggled with as an autistic for a long time. I get really overwhelmed looking at the big picture and needing to break it down into smaller tasks to actually get to the final goal.
While the wall at the MAC is a great place for beginners, Savannah prefers to climb at summit gyms around DFW.
I like to go to Dallas and I like to do top roping more than anything else, but sometimes time doesn't allow that, so I will go to Fort Worth and go do bouldering.
I wanted to know what her favorite part about being on the wall was.
When you're on the wall, it's just you and your mind, and everything else seems to go quiet. It's like the most amazing sense of peace I've ever felt in my life. As long as you're willing to work for it, anybody can do rock climbing. It's just a matter of motivation and sticking to it.
Mason Brighton, UTA News.
Last week, the Short Horn was recognized for their 4th consecutive Pacemaker Award. Here's Rebecca Moore with the story.
150 submissions, 37 finalists, 11 winners. The Associated Collegiate Press recognized UTA's student publication The Shorthorn with the 4th consecutive Pacemaker Award last week, commonly called the Pulitzer Prize of Collegiate Media.
I was so nervous, but as soon as they called our name, it was like everything stopped around me. I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. I was just so relieved and so excited.
The Pacemaker is awarded to collegiate publications who show excellence in reporting, writing, photography, design, and graphics, all of which go into the weekly print edition and daily digital content produced by the Shorthorn. Student journalists work tirelessly in their basement newsroom, all coming together to keep the UTA community informed.
The newsroom all comes together on our production night on Tuesdays to collaborate, and it's just really nice to see anyone in the newsroom coming to work on headlines.
There were also a few student journalists who were recognized with individual awards.
One such student is their multimedia editor and photographer, who won Best Spot News Photo, Second Place Feature Photo, and Honorable Mention for General News Photo.
It's really humbling, and I wouldn't have done it without the help of the past photographers, Daniel Card, Cody Vaughn. They really taught me a lot, and I just look up to them.
Perez says while the team is thankful to be recognized for their hard work, at the end of the day, the Shorthorns' goal is not to win awards.
We're here to tell the stories that maybe other local media won't tell because, we're just a small dot on the map compared to the whole Metroplex. But to us, UTA is like our own small city. So, we dedicate ourselves and our resources to covering our campus as best as we can.
I'm Rebecca Moore, UTA News.
This is all what we have for this week's edition of UTA Spotlight. I'm Najavi Syed Mortaza, UTA News. On behalf of the Spotlight producer Maria Cancino and Yayang Chang.